Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, Late Bloomers and GOB proudly presents to you, and you. We are the three not-so-wise men talking wrestling, and we got my boy with the Hunter shirt on with the Detroit background. We got our main man, Senor Audie.
How you doing?
In spirit, we got our boy Chris, who he's feeling a little under the weather. So thoughts and prayers. And then they got me, who's always traveling CT. And we are here. And don't forget, like, subscribe, leave comments, because we want to talk to all of you guys. And don't forget to hit us up on our social medias. That being said, Audie, how are you doing today? And how have you been enjoying wrestling nonetheless?
Oh, I've been enjoying wrestling a lot. We're in the Paul Levesque era, the Triple H era, the Hunter era. I don't know what you want to call it, but we there. And he already looking like he doing big things. So I'm excited. Dynamite happened, and I'm excited about that too, because I fucking love Dynamite.
I mean, I just have SmackDown going on right now, and guess who's being showed on
TV? Ricochet. Now, seeing how they're playing Happy Corbin, I think that he's going to go back down towards sad or bad luck Corbin. But it all depends on if they give Ricochet the victory, because he's like 0 for 2022. So
they still have that McAfee out there. So, and he keeps looking at him. So
yeah, and keep.
I feel like Ricky of the Shades is going to win.
Yeah, finally.
Yeah,
because it's really been a minute, and he's putting on a great match already.
We are not here really to talk about SmackDown right now.
We're definitely
not. Much that's happened over the weekend. Let's just get into it. We had SummerSlam. We're going to talk about all the matches. We're going to talk about what's the most important. Like, we got our girl, Bayley.
I need a hug.
Back.
I need a hug.
She's not the hugger, and she's not doing a ding-dong, but she's with a few friends. Dakota Kai, the one formerly known as Shira, Io Sky. How do you feel about those three women showing up at SummerSlam?
I am actually excited because I've heard a lot about Io and I heard a lot about Dakota. One of the things is I came in late, so all I really got to see was Bayley. And I came in really watching when Bayley turned from, the face hugging everybody to when she destroyed her balloon people.
Well, I mean, Dakota Kai and Io have always been on NXT.
Okay, so I definitely would know them, but I heard great things.
Actually, Dakota was released a few months ago.
Yeah,
I think she was on her 90-day no compete, and Triple H was definitely like, "Yo, Dakota, bring your ass back here, girl." Mm-hmm. And I know Io Sky, she wasn't going to sign her new contract if they weren't going to bring her up to the main roster, which they did. And now with our girl Becky Lynch being out for some time with a shoulder separation, got us a nice little new clique. We all believe that they're going to be called Control, and they're going to be feuding right now with Asuka, Becky Lynch, Asuka, Bianca Belair, and what's the little mama's name? Alexa Bliss.
Ooh, yeah.
Which I'm down for that.
Yes.
It's giving like the girls more shine in a little time. And that's in a little time is because the way that you didn't watch Raw, how Raw went was Asuka and Alexa Bliss were having a one-on-one match. Then all of a sudden Control comes in and causes the DQ, which then causes Bianca to come out and make the save. And she was like, "I'll take on any one of you." Io Sky was like, "Yo, I'll do it." And they had a really good match.
I heard I missed it, but I heard. I was like, oh, I'm so upset that I had to miss that one.
And then that match also ended up in DQ. I get it though, because Control had just popped up that day. You don't want to make your champion lose. So they just had an all-out brawl with all 6 women. And it worked. They also, Control, at the beginning of the day, or the night, gave Becky Lynch the Seth Rollins treatment. And it's like just bamming on her separated shoulder with the chair. Same way he did Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. Bitch. Yeah. See, that's one thing that I'm excited about. With the reintroduction of those 3, they already legitimized the women's division so far. Like, I don't see how they could really screw this up. But then with how Becky's injury, how that allows her to go, they put her out of commission, gives her time for with her when she comes back, that huge face pop that she's going to get.
Yeah, they finally turned her back face.
Yeah, and there was rumors that they didn't want her to turn face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would have been a bad idea. I mean, I won't say that because Becky is Becky.
No, it was a horrible idea because everybody likes Becky and everybody wants to cheer her. So the fact that they brought her back as a heel and they kept her heel for so long is just annoying. Yeah. It should have been like...
No, what I was saying was that if they would have kept her heel, I see Becky going into full psycho mode. And she would be the ugly version of what Seth Rollins is. Like, Seth Rollins is crazy, but he's like mastermind crazy. He's a little Joker-ish without the makeup.
Riddler?
I can't say Riddler. But
then again, I'm going by the Jim Carrey's version.
Okay. If you go by Jim Carrey.
Stardust was based off the Riddler.
And I can see that. But
and that's just from what I was told from my trainer at the time.
Mm-hmm. No, say the name. You got a name drop. You can't just be talking about your trainer name drop.
Jesus Rodriguez.
There we go.
Also known as Ricardo Rodriguez.
There you go.
Right there.
Yeah, we name dropping over here. I don't care. You done live.
And congratulations to him on his sobriety.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
we're rooting for you.
Jesus, that was high. But he's definitely been focusing on not drinking anymore. I forget how many weeks he's gone. Proud of him. I know how much he's struggled with that. Also, want to give a shout out to Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yes, that's what I wanted to do.
He just rang the bell saying that he is done with chemo, cancer-free. Love to see that.
Yes.
I've definitely had people in my life who had to go through chemo, and the fact that they rang that bell, it's a really good feeling. So I'm glad that he's feeling better. I'm glad he's doing better. I wish him the best because I know with cancer, it's always an if it'll come back. So I'm praying that it doesn't. And yeah.
All right. So Hacksaw Jim Duggan, I know you probably will never get a chance to see this, but when I get big, I am doing it. Yeah. Man, one of my favorites growing up when I was young and innocent.
He's cool.
Whatever. He came with a 2x4 busting ass. It was like, man. And he did it in the most cheerful way. And he looked like he did it in the most cheerful way. You couldn't be, I never seen anybody happier beating somebody with a 2x4 than Hacksaw. So.
Oh, that used to be one of my favorite moves to do. The TKN.
Mm-hmm.
Total knockout neck breaker. But yeah, going back to, SummerSlam.
Yes.
Let's see. Skip the Ronda match.
Nope. Let me right here. Just real quick.
Okay.
Seth freaking Rollins. Riddle called him out, and Seth said, all right, I'll kick your ass for the one time. And he came in, did his little run around that corner, beat ass, curb stomp, and walked out. Yeah.
What does that have to do with Ronda?
No, fuck Ronda.
No, but you was like, no, wait, right there. And I'm like,
no, yeah, I was saying, you know what, fuck all that. Let me get mine out. Yeah. Ronda can kick rocks. Suspended ass.
Kick our ass. So there's that.
Whatever. I just get the girl that beat her into retirement.
Something Holmes. Holly Holmes.
Yeah.
You know, I would just wait for Becky Lynch to get better, and I'd be like, Becky. Which that's what everybody is kind of wanting.
Yeah. Especially.
And Cody winning the Royal Rumble. And those, like, because everybody's been wanting Becky and Ronda for the longest time. The longest time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what everybody's like. Sorry, everyone. I'm also watching SmackDown, trying to figure out what they're doing.
They're just putting on a good match. It's 22 minutes in.
That could have been something different. But anyways, let's see, what other match? I mean, yeah, Seth Rollins. I think they are waiting to do that match at Clash of the Castle. So that's why I feel like they... And then I heard they were trying to cut down time so that SummerSlam wasn't 4 hours. So that was probably one of the ones they cut down as well. Granted, you know, they didn't have the IC title on SummerSlam either. And here goes Ricochet with the 630. What other matches were there? There was the Logan Paul match with The Miz, which, Shooting Star. That Logan Paul had a really good match.
Yeah, he did.
Still don't like the guy, but I mean, is what it is. He signed a multi-year deal, so he's going to be here for a long time.
Yeah, he's going to be actually wrestling. That is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you don't really care for him, but for somebody that he wasn't all that great in boxing, but it looks like he got great potential here. So if he could be one of these celebrities that can actually take it to that level to where he can be, I would even say a mid-card talent. He already got the name to bring in money, but if he does great work that, you know, he makes the mid-card exciting, I would greatly appreciate it. I mean, we got Paul McAfee, we got Bad Bunny, and now we got Logan Paul. And honestly,
Logan Paul's going to be in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, he ain't winning it though. Yeah, but yeah, to see somebody like that who's already a name,
actually grabbing and fighting for the ball,
it's fucking awesome. So I do appreciate that.
I mean, he legit like trained his ass off. So I mean, all in all, they need Jeff Jarrett for the next Ronda Rousey Liv Morgan match.
Yeah. So, because we don't need her to be beating up another ref.
So, where is that one chick who? Nah. I don't know.
Oh, you mean old girl that was like the Southern Belle that turned? I can't remember. Lana. Is it Lana? It's not Lana.
It's not Lana.
And I know because I thought that she was an amazing.
Like I've actually
an amazing talent.
I've ref one of her matches before when she was still in the Indies. She's actually a super nice person.
Dropping them. Driving them.
I think actually she was brand new. Maybe her first or second match I met her ref. I don't know. It's been like 5 years. So just to see her in the 5 years make it this far, super
super fucking awesome. Yeah.
Lacey Evans. There we go.
Lacey, yeah.
Like Yeah.
There's a gauntlet match?
Huh?
There's a gauntlet match.
Yeah.
When was the last time you seen a gauntlet match? And I mean, like, not indie, because I know a lot of the indie, they do it. But it's been a minute.
I'm definitely rooting for Shotzi.
Yeah.
Shotzi. Because definitely have wrestled with or on shows. I've known a lot of her friends because she used to wrestle in Indiana a lot. And yeah, Shotzi is like one of the most amazing people. You'll always, this is not me always lying, but you will always like hear me say that this person's a really good person. It's rare to find good people within the wrestling business, but for some reason I found a lot of good people that I've met and know.
Well, that's because you're a good person. And that energy travels. So,
but it's really good to see her on WWE, seeing Mia on Impact, because I just watched one of her matches a couple minutes ago. Seeing people like the ring crew at AEW, because the ring crew at AEW used to be the ring crew that I worked for at Impact Wrestling.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, so you be seeing them on TV all the time. You be like, man, y'all better give me a fucking job.
I had a chance to do that, and the guy who runs it has always asked me, but just because of legal reasons, I can't do it.
Legal reasons? You're a military man. What fucking illegal? I will talk about that later.
Yeah. But going back to SummerSlam, let's just go to the main event, you know?
I just want to mention. Seth Rollins curb stomped the shit out of Riddle, and that was amazing. I think about that moment often. That is one of my favorite SummerSlam events because it had nothing to do with anything. He wasn't supposed to be there, and then he thought he was a badass, and then Seth Rollins said, "You're not bad enough, bitch." And then he just walked out, and he was like, "You had to ask."
Like Seth Rollins just beat up a former MMA fighter.
Oh, yeah. And Seth Rollins is the man, and he makes anything work. Remember, he got tackled by that fan, and he did the same energy everywhere. And I fucking love Seth Rollins. Is honestly, he is I don't want to say number 2. He is number 2 in WWE right now, probably top 5 in as far as individuals in wrestling right now.
I mean, Roman Reigns is obviously number 1. So
yeah.
And then can we just talk about his mic catch real quick?
Yes. Yeah. Dude, I was watching it live. You was there. I mean, your battery died, but
still, my stuff went dead at the main event. I was like, that's perfect.
Yeah.
I went back, like, people were showing it on there, and I just saw it. I'm like, that has to be fake.
Nah.
I'm like, yo.
Yeah. He had the mic in his hand, and then he leaned over to Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman tried to give him the mic and everything. He was like, look, it's here. And I'm like, where the fuck did he get the mic from? I didn't know Brock was like, yeah, and this. and Roman was like, all right. He didn't even get it. He ain't do chest grab. He ain't catch it like this. It just like, it was like on Star Wars when the Jedi gets his fucking lightsaber just come to him.
The Force is...
Yeah, to use the Force. Man, Roman Reigns' Force is undeniable. That's why he moves the needle.
And they just had probably the best last man standing match that I've seen.
I'm a little biased, but it is up there for me. And the only reason why I'm biased is because Lance Archer and Jon Moxley did it in front of my face. So that's the only reason why like I was there. And if I was one of the people that was on that tractor trailer side where he lifted up the ring, I'd be pissed and want my money back because y'all ain't see a goddamn thing.
Yeah. But even like I was wondering why in the Rey Mysterio Judgment Day, why they didn't have any weapons. They didn't do anything. It was like, how was this a no DQ match? And the only thing was Edge coming out and sparing them. And then I saw that match. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Because they putting each other through tables.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Theory ended up coming out. I just no.
Roman beat the shit out of him. And he had nothing to really do with it. Like after Austin was already knocked out and he just just icing on the cake. Yeah.
Oh, wait, why don't they have Shayna Baszler in this match?
I don't know.
Well, also, what I really want them to do, make Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey a tag team, give them the women's tag team titles, and just have them beat everybody's ass.
Yeah.
Because I was like, yo, that's they don't have many tag teams. I don't know what they're necessarily doing with the women's tag team titles. So, besides, Oh,
they're about to work it back. Rumors of Sasha and Naomi. Triple H is talking to them. So, well, that's rumors. But yeah, I think that is one of
them. Oh my God, that pop that they would get debuting at Clash at the Castle.
Yeah. No. I mean, I want you to notice how many women have you seen on WWE in the last since Raw? We got a women's gauntlet match coming up. You done got Bayley, Asuka, Bianca,
Io,
Dakota, and what's the other one? Alexa. You done got that's 6 right there on Raw. We got a 5-woman gauntlet. That's 11 women.
I think there's a 7 women gauntlet.
7?
I would have to see it again.
I think that if it's 7, that's 12 women right now. That's 12 women right now. And that's not including Charlotte and Becky or Ronda because they're
Ronda, Shayna.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that Triple H got stuff in store. So
and then there's still possibilities of them picking up our girls, Toxic Attraction from NXT. Bring them up.
I'm upset that I missed this intro, but it's cool. Shinsuke. Love Shinsuke. His intro, I love Shinsuke.
But no, the match with Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, great match, great match. Everybody feels like this is like the end of their little feud for at least, hopefully, the next 2-3 years.
Yeah, I give it to.
Or until like the next wave of injuries happen.
Yeah. No, I think that there's enough power
now
in there.
Cause going back to Raw, those triple threat matches that they had, amazing. Like, I'm glad that they put Ali in the match, and it was such a smooth transition from his 450 to the Styles Clash. That it pinned him, and then they gave Tommaso Ciampa a big win over AJ Styles later in the night.
Oh, that's what's up.
So now on Monday, he's going to be facing Bobby Lashley for the United States Championship.
That's what's up.
Guess where Raw is?
Where?
Cleveland, Ohio. And guess who's from Cleveland?
Who?
The Miz.
I know. Logan Paul.
The tag team partner of Tommaso Ciampa. Johnny effing.
Oh. Listen, y'all been waiting. Johnny is having the time of his life on the indie circuit. I don't think he comes back in. Huh?
He hasn't wrestled on the indie circuit. He hasn't wrestled at all.
When Johnny Gargano didn't he have like 6 fucking championships?
He hasn't wrestled a single match since getting out. The only thing that he's done, I think, was make a small little cameo on Impact. That's the only thing people have seen of him.
Hold on a second.
He's been just being around, being a dad. That's all he's really been doing.
Who the hell am I confusing him with?
Johnny Mundo? Johnny Nitro? That Johnny?
Nah.
Johnny Impact? Johnny Dynamite? Johnny Rampage?
Who was the one that just had like 5 fucking championships? Not Kenny, but after Kenny, they just was winning on the indie circuit. God damn. I'm going to remember it, but we're going to continue because if Johnny Gargano comes back, then I stay on my ground that WWE and AEW will be doing work soon because we do have that conversation that I think that if the competitive nature of Triple H decides to, show his hand.
More people think that he's not going to do that because he feels like he has enough momentum to actually just be competitive.
Yeah, no, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if the competitive nature of Triple H come in, no, not for the next 2 years.
What you will be seeing is like a giant exodus, I believe, of AEW people.
Then that's what I was about to say.
But then, when you see that as well, it's just going to be a giant exchange.
It's going to be change. It's going to be a trade. But that's what I was about to say. It all depends on who's there. So, like, Adam Cole is like huge right now in AEW, right? If in the next 2 years, because I believe that he had like a 3-year contract or whatever, but in the 5-year contract? All right, so for the next 4 years, I see if Triple H decided to be competitive, I see him, being competitive in that they're not working together. And after that 5 years, if Adam Cole decided that he wanted to stay in AEW, I see Triple H like, you know what? We done did this. We had fun for the last 5 years. But, dude, I really want to work with you. Let's get you back on Raw somehow. And we are going to work together. So I see like if it's Adam Cole's contract, if it's, who would be another one? Bryan Danielson.
I'll talk about him after you.
Yeah, but Bryan Danielson, I believe that there are certain names that if they decided to stay in AEW, that after the competitive couple of years, he'll play nice because he's a wrestling fan too. So yeah, I just wanted to say that about Triple H. Like if he just want to do it for the love of doing it and know that it's going to bring in money, they're going to be starting working soon. But if it's competitive, I see 5 years before I see Adam Cole's contract being the deciding factor.
I see as soon as MJF can get there, MJF is going to be in the WWE.
I don't know. I will have to see how this goes. This regime goes with Triple H. Because I think that still right now the brand is too clean for MJF. Like it's the brand. It is a clean brand, right? Mm-hmm. AEW is more rugged, more rigid, more I can say shit that I want to say. And I can get away with a lot more. And I think MJF thrives in that. Him being going shows like the thriving because MJF, everything feels a little different. And I know that.
I don't know. Money talks. Money's beautiful. MJF seems like he's the type of person that he gonna want his change.
That's true. But if he can decide business, but he's from what I've heard, because two things that we heard. Number one, MJF been ghosting everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So number two is that I've heard from an interview with I think his name is Alex Hammerstone. I follow him on Twitter. He says that he knows MJF. He says that he believed that all of this was a big work, but he believes that if it came from something about a contract, MJF is serious. He does want his bread because he is always about his contract, and he negotiated more money throughout his first contract with AEW. So yeah, money do talk. But like I said, what is his Tony? Tony does have a pretty large bank account. So
yeah, pretty large account.
Hold on. But that does bring a worry, and I'm not going to go deep into that about contracts with AEW, but we got to be on the lookout of what's going on with Time Warner, because they just ex-nayed the Batgirl movie.
Well, I mean, there's multiple reasons why people think that they've ex-nayed that. One reason was because the movie was just trash, and they were like, "Yo, there's no point in putting that out." But
they put out Wonder Woman 85. That's not an excuse.
Because Wonder Woman 85 wasn't that bad. Never mind, I haven't seen it. But also for tax reasons. So, like, if they don't use the movie, they completely scrap it or whatever, they get to use the 90 mil that they use for the movie on taxes.
Yeah, but so there's also a thing. There's a digital recession going on. Even with on social media influencers, they're losing money as far as advertisers are shrinking businesses are shrinking their budget for marketing and stuff. I guess with that, with that, and I believe it's the New York Times that did the article on it, but with the recession and marketing dollars being shortened, contract discussions are happening, and they do also believe that Time Warner did that because they were hemorrhaging money. So to save money, they ex-nayed that so they could do it on their taxes. But there was a couple of other ones that they were in discussions of stopping as far as movies go. So
I know
you got to watch contracts.
That they're going to somewhat slash the bill for AEW, but I was like, no. AEW is one of the most popular things. I don't think they're going to give them like as much money as they probably want, but they're going to get a bump.
They're definitely going to get a bump because the overhead is light. They don't cost them. It doesn't cost Time Warner a lot of anything to produce an AEW show. So they are going to get a bump. It's not going to be as big as what we thought, and all of these big moves that were happening with how they were handling this summer with all of their stars and all of these big pay-per-views and the acquisition of Claudio Castagnoli and whatever other things that they have in plan. It is going to bump them up, but it's not going to be as big as what we thought when they were on their like mega run back in 2021. But yeah.
Wow. Sorry, I just read this. WWE Neil athlete AJ Ferrari charged with sexual battery.
Yeah, I wasn't going to talk about that. I heard about it, but
disgusting.
Yeah, disgusting. And he's a college student from Oklahoma, and he's off the team, the Oklahoma wrestling team.
Dick.
Yeah.
I was just gonna leave that motherfucker alone.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sean Spears and Casey Lee, formerly known as the Iconics or the Inspirations in Impact Wrestling, on them expecting their first child.
Congratulations.
So, yeah. I also want to give a huge shout out to that little boy who was crying.
Man.
Dynamite.
You made my day. I appreciate you too.
Transitioning, by the way, from WWE all the way to anime because Dynamite happened too. Yeah. What? Let's just go with like the biggest things that happened. The Undisputed Elite broke up.
Yep.
Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly still aren't medically cleared. They probably will be medically cleared for All In.
Probably.
But they ended up beating up the Young Bucks. Adam Hangman Page came out to make the save, which now is like, what's going on with Kenny Omega? Because I was thinking that he would pick somebody from the Dork Order, like pick probably John Silver and 10. And the Dark Order would have their other three-way tag or whatever. But I don't know. Like, is Kenny okay and ready to come back? And if he does, is it going to be those two wrestling against each other again? The winner joins the Young Bucks.
Okay, let me go into this because after this one we'll take a break. I think that it is more so a long-term story of the reconciliation than them joining in the trios. I think that it's still going to be like John Silver and Colt Cabana with Hangman Page. I think that Kenny Omega may be active, but if he's not, I believe that there's one other person that can do it. But I think that a big part of what's going on is that Hangman's story is going to play a major part in what's going on as far as, don't know if you noticed this, but with the exception of the TBS title, and the women's, as far as the TNT title, with the exception of that, every other title male title is held by an ex-WWE star. Ring of Honor, Claudio, Moxley, tags is FG, or who has the tag? XPR, yeah, they just won the tag.
Wait, no. Keith Lee and Swerve.
Oh, yeah, Swerve in Our Glory. My bad, Swerve. My bad. We
were thinking of, because FTR just had a banging.
Yeah, they still got the ROH title.
Yeah, and they ROH, IWGP. I think they're hurt.
Yeah, but what I'm saying to you is that if MJF's story happens, think about who's all without a title. If MJF's story happens and he comes back as a face, you just had every WWE star turn on an AEW homegrown star. MJF comes back and he's going to say that the CM Punk, Moxley, all of these people own these titles. That's because Tony wants it on there and we're not standing. And he joins back in the Elite. Hangman joins back in the Elite. And it's going to be the Elite versus the WWE stars. That's my thought.
I mean, technically, the Young Bucks were in the WWE too. They're just enhancement talent.
We don't count that because technically MJF was in WWE. He played security.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we know what we talk about.
Actually, almost everybody in wrestling has been in WWE
at least once.
As enhancement talent or as enhancement
security, referees, they done it all. But that's mine, and I'll hear yours when we come back after this.
Yep. And we are back. So, going on still with the whole MJF thing and him getting Team AEW against the new guys. I mean, I can see that happening, but it just really all depends. Really.
All depends on?
Everybody thinks that he's going to be the person to like beat CM Punk or beat Jon Moxley and be the next world champion when he comes back.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he had a bunch of WWE guys with him, so can he really complain?
Yes, he can, because it was FTR. FTR was a bunch of WWE guys. He teamed up with Chris Jericho. Other than that, huh?
And Shawn Spears.
Oh, and Shawn Spears. Damn, Shawn Spears is at AEW. That's going to hurt. That one's going to hurt when he turns. If they turn face, that one is going to, yeah. Because I like Shawn Spears as the chairman. I know he's perfect 10, but I like him as the chairman. This has been amazing. But yeah, he can't really complain, but he also started to separate himself from that. It could also be the reconciliation of Wardlow. And if that happens, I can see, I don't want it to be immediate. Like you saying it like right now just seems like it's the worst time. I see it 2 years down the line. I can see a reconciliation for a common goal. And we marking this August 5th. I said it 2 years down the line. 2 years, MJF's contract is still valid. By the end of that second year, he'll be a free agent. So by the end of that second year, we would have seen a reconciliation between Wardlow and MJF for the common good.
Defeats MJF for the title.
I don't know. I don't know. Because there's too many stories that has played a part. And there's, again, is the issue of the injuries. I won't even call it timing because it's been injuries. We got to see we got to see CM Punk versus Wardlow. That one has been one of the big things, especially in CM Punk eyes. CM Punk has been, he said he wanted, when he was fighting MJF and going through his beef, he said he wants the one person that beat him because he knew that he was beat when Wardlow had him. And he was like, and when MJF is Wardlow. So that one is happening. And then Wardlow said, hey, CM Punk is my champion, and I'm going to wait till he gets back to get him. So that match got to happen.
C?
Huh?
Is he going to bring in option C?
What?
Impacts. Option C is if the X Division champion, he relinquishes the championship and he gets to have the opportunity to face for the world championship.
Oh, yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. And honestly, that would legitimize him as the TNT champion. Because I was thinking that, like, how are they going to get it to happen? I don't see him losing the TNT title to anybody right now.
Well, of course, not right now.
No, I mean, even when CM Punk gets...
Spanish God.
Even when CM Punk gets better, who's going to be it? I see that they're probably building to Ethan Page being the TNT champion, but that will be after a tournament because Wardlow decided to relinquish the championship to go for the title.
That's if they allow them to do option C.
Tony's a wrestling fan. He's going to allow them to do option C.
Say that.
Because what's going to happen is that Wardlow is going to do it, and then Jade Cargill is going to be upset because she didn't know that she couldn't do it sooner, and she's going to do it. No,
why would she do it when Jade Cargill is already the number one champion in AEW?
Because she wants the number one title.
She already has the number one title. Any title that the number one champion in AEW has makes it the number one title.
Not if the paycheck states that it's different. She green light money, baby. If that paycheck says, hey, it's a $20,000 bump for the year, yeah, she's going to be like, why didn't I know I could do Stokely? Why didn't I know I could do this sooner? Like, yeah.
Well, I mean, Stokely is picking up some other all ego, Lee Moriarty.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if they do that, that is the best way to get that title off of Jade Cargill. The only way to get it off of her is to give her the women's championship, not the TBS, the women's championship. And if she is going to relinquish it, that is the best way. And if it's Wardlow and her relinquishing, that is Wardlow being legitimized as the only person that hasn't been defeated for the title, and Jade being the only person that hasn't been defeated for the title. So when they eventually drop, or if CM Punk beats Wardlow and Jade wins, when Jade eventually drops, she can go back and say, hey, listen, I can go for this. So I was trying to figure out how it happened, but I didn't know about the option C. I think option C is the viable, because that still also leaves legitimacy to both of those titles. Because for a minute we've been dealing with the fact that the TNT title has been jumping off of everybody. It's been CM Punk. I mean, not CM Punk. It's been Sammy, Cody, Sammy, Brody. Like, it's been jumping off of so many people and so many times that it's been a minute since it's been a consistent, undisputed person to win the championship.
Yeah, but even though Wardlow's had it, he's only defended it once. He's going to defend it tomorrow against Jay Lethal.
Right.
But he necessarily hasn't actually done anything.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if he starts legitimizing that title and then he relinquishes it, that legitimizes that title. That whoever wins this title in a tournament or whatever will always have it in their mind that there is one person that they couldn't beat for it. And so if he loses, or if he's the transitional championship for when MJF comes back, when he drops it, he can always look back at that and say, you know what? When I'm ready, I want that back. And that will stick in their mind, and they can play mind games with whoever wins. And that would be fucking awesome, because now you just added an extra stake to that title. And especially if you do it with Jade, think about it. Jade has been undefeated. She wins the women's title. She relinquishes it because she beaten everybody. She's relinquishing it to actually go for that title. They do a tournament, and let's say Tay Conti wins it. Thunder Rosa loses her title to Jade Cargill. Jade Cargill runs
Thunder Rosa about to lose her title at Battle of the Belts to Jamie Hayter.
Yeah, I see that. But when Jade wins it and she has her run for a moment, she can actually be a person that can say, you know what? Let me drop the title. I'm going to go on vacation because I need a break. I haven't lost in 2 years' time. I won both titles, haven't lost to anybody. Let me relinquish it. I'm going on vacation. When I come back, when y'all get somebody to do this, then I'll come back for what's mine. That would be like the ultimate badass shit that I have seen. And that would allow for her to get some time to actually do more training to get better, even though she's good. Get better, do more.
With, Daniel Bryan, train her for the most part. Like, I've seen one of the I forget what type of video that they've done. I want to say it was for Vice, but yeah, her and either Kiera Hogan or Red Velvet were there training with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
But going back to, let's see, on Dynamite, they had Jay Lethal versus Orange Cassidy.
Good match.
Really good. And I'm glad they gave Jay Lethal the win. It makes sense, too. Like, he kept taking out his leg, and he eventually just couldn't hang on, which then brought out the Best Friends and Wardlow, which set up the match for tomorrow. We talked about the Adam Cole thing.
Yep.
Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter versus Thunderstorm. Look, Jamie Hayter, that's my girl. Okay.
Britt is mine. I'm so happy I got her shirt.
Jamie Hayter can do no wrong. And if you don't like Jamie, then you're a hater. Hater.
That breakup is going to be hard.
Not really. They've been setting the seeds for it for the longest time.
Yeah.
So I could see that actually her not winning because of Britt. Like, she's about to win. Britt Baker, the hell is that? Britt Baker doesn't want her to win, and Britt Baker causes her to lose.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I see that one going. We know that Sammy Guevara is going to be facing our boy Eddie Kingston at the pay-per-view. I'm here for that.
Yeah.
We still have Powerhouse Hobbs. He hasn't told us why he turned his back on Starks. Had a nice little match with this guy named Ren. Squash. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, Starks comes down in the ring. They start brawling a little bit. Spine buster. Well, yeah. I get it. Don't do too much.
Yeah.
Hardy and Christian were just Matt Hardy and Christian. I will say with this, because I know you said that you're sick of the whole Christian and
Jungle Boy
thing, which I get it. And everybody's been noticing this now. Luchasaurus has not changed his colors.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, she just never not smile.
Oh, Sonya?
No, Rachel Gonzalez. Oh. The whole time she's running down to the ring, just a huge smile on her face. But Luchasaurus has not changed his colors back yet. And since Jungle Boy has arrived, you have not seen him put a single hand on Christian. So I'm saying, at the pay-per-view, Luchasaurus is going to switch it up.
There. Yeah. Then I'm tired because, again, I have no idea what the fuck is going on with them. I don't know the initial turn. I don't know what the swerve would be. So until I get some answers, there's no investment for me in that. Like, yeah, she's always smiling. That's how long my delay is. I'm getting to her just smiling right now. That's how long it is. Yeah, but yeah, if they do it, all right. Jungle Boy needs to change his fucking music. But if they do it, I need some answers before I can understand why. Because there's no emotional attachment for me in it. Even with Christian doing, now I believe that this is not how I know that MJF is ghosting everybody. Christian is now regurgitating the same jokes for everybody. When he did the Brian Pillman, yeah. And when I first heard it, it was like, okay, MJF wrote that. Then MJF ghosted him, so now he's just saying the exact same thing to Brian Pillman Jr. and all of that. So yeah. MJF is missing. We need to know where he's at. But Christian and Jungle Boy is bothering me. And it just seems like it's taking up space.
They're just waiting for All In. They're just trying to let it build. We also had the dumpster match with the Acclaim and the Ash Boy.
So beautiful. I love that match. It wasn't like over the top like how you would expect SummerSlam was when it was just like all this excitement. It was just a smooth match. Even with the hesitation of Max Caster and he was on top with Austin Gunn, and he was go on.
Why are they doing a WrestleMania commercial during Rampage? No, they're not. It's on SmackDown. We're talking about Dynamite, so that's what made me like, wait.
Listen, they did a wrestling they did a WWE promotion on Dynamite one time. Chris put in the text like, why are they doing a WWE promotion? I'm like, you know why. My conspiracy theory just don't be acting up for no reason. Shotzi!
I didn't like about the dumpster match was they beat them up in the beginning just to start their rap, and then they got beat up.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's supposed to happen. I mean, he had to get his rap off. Well, do you know how many people...
Get his rap off, but I would have done it more on Max still does the rap and Bowens beats up Daddy Ass. And then the guys they could come after him, or they're like, yo, what the fuck? But all in all, I called that one spot that they did at the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was like, as soon as I saw the dumpster, I'm like, yo, they can definitely do it. The New Age Outlaws did to Cactus Jack and Chainsaw Charlie.
Yeah. Oh, man. I completely forgot about Chainsaw Charlie. Shit.
And
I'm old.
It's crazy. They pushed them off the stage or whatever, and I don't think it was supposed to turn over like it did.
No, it wasn't. I don't think that it was, and I'm glad that it did. I mean, I haven't heard anything.
They had paddings at the bottom, so...
Yeah, they had paddings on the bottom, not on the side. I mean, hopefully they had paddings on the side. But when I saw the Guns' legs, I was like, oh, my God, I hope they're okay. Because, man, I do not want to feel so good about this. Like, if they're hurt, but I haven't heard anything, so I'm...
Yeah, no, I feel like they're doing good.
Yeah, that was a great match. I mean, I love those tag teams. Those two right there are fucking amazing.
Yeah,
I'm happy that they got a feud with them that has nothing to do with the title. And I know that I said it a while ago, saying that only time that I wanted to see this feud happen was if the title was involved. I'm actually glad that now there's a different stake to where there's no titles involved. It's just a blood feud match. I mean, it's a blood feud, so I'm really happy about that. So,
and then in the main event, we had Wheeler Yuta versus the Leech, Chris Jericho.
Yeah, listen.
Chris Jericho ended up beating Wheeler Yuta in a decent match with the Lion Tamer.
That's because Chris Jericho is a fucking wizard. I need you to put some respect on his name.
Succubus?
Huh? What?
Succubus?
No. Wizard.
Succubus.
Say it with me. Say it with me.
Is in the match. Okay.
Say it with me.
Succubus.
Wizard. One more time. Wizard. No, but no, it was a good match. I won't say it was like a great match. I mean, I was already spent from the Acclaim. Like, that was just really good for me, so I wasn't really paying no attention to that. I'm glad that the Lion Tamer looked like a real Lion Tamer, because there's been a while that he's been doing like people haven't been set up properly to do a Lion Tamer, and then he just bending people backwards, and it doesn't look like it either hurts or it feels good. Like, it just looks like this weird thing where it's like, okay, I'm being stretched now. What happens? But this time he put the knee in his head and everything, you know. And he brought his Lion Salt was amazing. I do want to say that Lion Salt was amazing. The Cold Breaker was all right. Wheeler did sell that kind of good though, but. Seeing John Moxley come out, can we please change John Moxley's intro? I am very, very tired of that.
No, not Shotzi. Sorry, I'm currently looking up. So Bound for Glory is going to be October 8th, and they are going to be going up against Battle for the Belts. But I believe AEW and WWE are also going up against each other for a show.
Wait, October? I thought Battle of the Belts is this Saturday.
No, they're having one this Saturday, but they have another Battle of the Belts set for October.
Okay. I do want to say that their daytime, their primetime themed matches. I know a few people was worried that they're giving away too much on cable. That like with the when they was doing the Bash at the Beach, when they did the Halloween Havoc, when they was doing their stuff that they were doing that technically would be pay-per-views that they put on, like Fight for the Fallen and all of that. I know that they was worried that they were giving up too much, but the way that they've done everything has been amazing. Not every themed event has been where titles have been lost, but titles have been lost, which makes the events legitimate. And then the fact that some of these events have some title losses have been happening on regular TV makes everything legitimate because you have no idea what could happen.
Who's wrestling tomorrow? I know it's Wardlow and Jay Lethal.
Yeah, that's what I was pulling up. Hold on, I got the list for you.
Claudio, I think, is wrestling.
Yeah.
And I know Jamie Hayter versus Thunder Rosa.
Yeah, let me pull it up. And it's in Grand Rapids. I just want to shout out to Michigan. I love y'all.
I think Rampage is in Michigan today. Ooh, that was random. And I think Rampage is live tonight.
Yep. Rampage is live tonight. They're going to be in Grand Rapids. And they are still saying that it's TBA. Let me find the actual thing. Because here we go, an updated card.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, I'm getting to the names. Yeah, I found it. I'm getting to it. My computer's starting to act like us. I was about to call it a bad name, but it actually is. No, it's acting like a bitch. I tried to be cool with
I'll
it.
pull it up. So again, we have Jamie Hayter versus the champion, Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa, yeah.
Versus Wardlow and
Claudio is putting up his Ring of Honor championship against, what is it, Takahashi?
Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. That's the Japanese guy that I'm always high on.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good match. Great match. I don't know. What else do we got to talk about?
We got Natalia. I got a couple more things to talk about just real quick. One of the things that I've seen, two things. Let me do this one. Let me get this one out of the way. I feel like CM Punk is going heel. There's been an interview that CM Punk has went on. He said that he loves playing the heel role. He just hasn't done it here yet because of the fan appreciation and how they've been on this high for him for a moment.
Well, I mean, same with DB. He was a face, and then he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go heel." Then, later, he went face again. But
no, they just keep cheering for him. Bryan Danielson, whatever. He's been being the same character he was. It's just that everybody just fucking loves him. He's been Yeah, it's just that he's been this asshole since he's been in. Fans are fickle type assholes he's been in, because wasn't that like the last one that he did? The fans being fickle in WWE, he took that one and brought that over here, and everybody just loves him for it.
Yep.
But CM Punk has been running the face, even though he has done heelish things throughout the whole MJF thing, which probably put it in everybody's mind that MJF is going to turn face soon. But CM Punk, he's been doing this, and he said that he wants to be heel, and I'm not quoting him, but from the conversation, it sounded like he wants to be a heel so bad, but y'all fans are making it hard for him. So I see that happening soon.
All he has to do is just beat up everybody that they like.
No, he's going to be an entitled little rich prick, or an entitled little prick now that he got money with CM Punk. Like, no, listen, when they said, when Eddie Kingston came in,
So he's going to be MJF?
No. He's not going to be MJF. MJF is just an asshole. He's a prick. He's an asshole with it. But the way that Eddie Kingston came in, and I think this seed has been sown a while ago. Shayna Baszler is in this. Even though the seed has been sown, when Eddie Kingston came in and said that he's going to protect AEW from CM Punk, that has been sold when he first came in. Then you started looking at Hangman Page all crazy because he said the exact same thing, saying that Kingston was right. MJF is going to come back and he's going to show how Kingston was right. And that's going to be the new thing. But CM Punk is going to be the asshole. And he's not going to understand why. Like, he's not going to understand why the turn is happening. He's going to be the disillusioned heel. Like, he don't understand why the fans are hating him. He's been doing this and it's going to break him. And he is going to be a heel in that regard. Like, you're going to see it and it's going to be like, oh, my God. He doesn't.
No, CM Punk's not going to be that type of heel. You have little faith in his mind. He's going to make it a lot better than that.
I think that would be great. The disillusioned heel, the guy that's trying to play face, even though he's an asshole. Huh?
So Cody?
No. Cody was a troll. He knew what everybody wanted, and he just denied them of that. This person is really CM Punk playing the psychological role of, I just don't get it. I am trying to please you guys. That guy, just like how he did with the straight edge, and he's in all of you, and y'all think that y'all are just so great. You're not that type of shit that he was doing. I think that I am trying to please you. You love me for this. Why are you turning on me? This is just not making sense to me. I think that he could play that perfectly.
I do not, because CM Punk is very self-aware. So for him to play it aloof just doesn't necessarily seem like his character.
I don't want to say aloof, like he is just that. Like Bryan Danielson, he is anti-face. He's an asshole. He wants to kick people's face in. Those are things that faces aren't supposed to say. I just want to kick his face in. I want to kick his teeth out. He's done that from the beginning and everybody cheered him.
See, I can see CM Punk just being the arrogant heel, like, yo, I'm back. I told you I was going to be back. I'm the champion now. Whoever wants to come and beat me, try to beat me, blah, 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 blah.
No.
You're going to have to kill me.
That's going to keep him over. He's been pandering to the crowd. Just think about how his attitude has been. He has been getting everybody over with his words before there was a fucking before his matches. He was getting everybody over with his words. And just think
the characters like, yo, I don't know why you guys don't like me. That's so Liv Morgan.
No, it's not. And I'm not saying that he's going to play it in that exact way. But the person that is trying to be, I am this. I haven't changed. You are changing. What is wrong with you? This, that, and the third. Like him being that is clobbering time and people not cheering. And you see it on his face that it bothers him.
I was going to be a long time before he goes heel if that's
no, I think that is happening recent. I think that is going to be happening soon. I would say by the end of 22. Listen, in the 2022, CM Punk is going to be heel. We're marking that down.
Okay. We'll definitely mark that down.
Yep. And I know that if it happened January 1st, 2023, you'd be like, oh, it didn't happen. No, we seen when you see it happening, that change happening, January 1st, if it's January 1st and he's the heel, that shit's been happening since 2022. Then that's what I mean. I don't mean like, oh yeah, it's going to be October 2023. And they'll be like, see, I told you. But yeah, but no, that's one thing that I wanted to discuss. Second thing I wanted to discuss is that, and I'm going to work this in together because this is going to probably be the last big thing. I can't stand Eric Bischoff. Okay. Everything that he says, it starts from a point. Either he'll say something and he'll start off with a point that is good, but then he takes it so far left that any type of, what is the word that I'm looking for? Legitimacy, any type of credence that his words had, credibility that his words have, just goes out of the window. Right?
Yeah, so, sorry. The ending of the match just confused me.
Okay. I'm not even worried because I'm on my own shit right now. But yeah, anything that he says, it'll start off like it's okay, but then he'll break everything down and elaborate so much that his credibility gets called into question. One of the big things that he said that there's a need for AEW with its developmental and creative.
Yes.
There is a need for that. Writers, I think we had this conversation last week or during the Summerslam that writers, there are some people that probably would work better with a script than there would be somebody that could just go off the top of the head after doing it for so many years. But, and I did see Jade Cargill talk about her cutting promos and how that she feels like either it's going to be big or it's going to be a failure based on her. So that has become one of the big things that she worked on. So that's the easy part for her. And that's cool. Not everybody has that clutch type of.
Have the talking ability like Pepper Bag.
Yeah.
Like they don't. I don't even know how like people don't know how to cut a promo. I get if you're reading off something, you got to memorize it. I could never memorize anything. But like cutting a promo is so fucking easy. You just
honestly, and I'm gonna say it like this: as a person that likes to talk shit all the time, or the person that tries to find topics, when it's time for you to actually come up with your shit, the fact that now that you're forced to do it, a lot of times it gives like it stunts their progress.
Well, some people like don't need like scripts. Just give them bullet points.
Some people need bullet points, but some people do need scripts. But I think that that AEW is heading towards that way.
Oh, of course, with everybody that they've hired from and gave promotions to, from Edison Rain to Sanjay Dutt, all of them.
Yeah.
But even like we're going back to your Eric Bischoff take, there are certain times where I'm listening to people like Jim Cornette, and I'm like, I understand what he's saying, but it's just sometimes the way that he says it.
No, and let me give you the quote that he said. He said that in his, and I think we had this conversation before. He said that if he was to be in AEW, some of these promos that have been cut would never see the light of day. And I was like, okay, cool. I understand that. There has been some cringe moments in AEW, right? There's been some cringe moments as far as promo.
Notice my nipples hard.
Yeah, but But then he turns around and says, because there has been nothing on AEW that made me feel anything as far as promos. And I said, you was a fucking lie.
Oh, yeah, no, that's...
Yeah, and every time he does that, and it bothers me that every time he does that, I can hear the WWE check talking. It's literally, he'll have a good point. We agree with you with where you are in this moment of they need some people to help with promotion. I mean, with doing promos with creative, right? But then you bring it down to something that is so dumb. Nobody believes you. We done had some of the greatest promos over the last year being on AEW. Everything from Hangman Adam Page, CM Punk's return. Like, we done had so many. MJF's pipe bomb. Even though he's...
Yeah, but he should be saying, like, for all the good ones that he's heard way too many bad ones.
No, he said he never felt any. He never saw a promo that made him feel anything. That is a quote from him. And that's dumb. No, there's no way.
Punk, like,
nope.
Because there's not. I don't believe anything that Sammy Guevara says. He's just annoying. Mm-hmm. Anything from the Jackass Society, it's pretty much whatever for me.
Yep. But now let's get into Eddie Kingston shit. Like, how can you not feel anything? Daniel Bryanson, Hangman Adam Page and his stuff. We done had John Moxley do his. Brody Lee with his promos. Like, we done had some people that done
sometimes Moxley can just go incoherent. And
I understand that. But to say that there is nothing that you felt from any of these promos is a lie. And that is coming from a person that would look at it objectively. Because he consistently says WWE is the better brand. And with a lot of stuff, I do agree with him. But when we start talking about promos, we start talking
horrible because people don't talk. At least with AEW makes promos for people who actually talk like normal people.
So with him saying that he has never felt anything from an AEW promo is a goddamn lie, or he just hasn't been watching. That's what I was getting to. But I think that Tony took all the bullshit that he said and found the constructive part in it because he done gave promotions. And I'm going to go through.
Well, no, that's because also people have been complaining about, like, Tony ghosting them, the communications being horrible, and the way that things get to Tony is very hard because it's like only one person. So that's why there's multiple people now that have been promoted. So now it's easier to get a hold of, not really get a hold of Tony, but Tony has more people in his ear.
No, I was going to get to all that, but we'll get it when we come back.
Yep.
That's crazy. He pinned them both. Yeah, I know I'm behind. So yeah.
I didn't even see the ending of it, so I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, what were we talking about again?
We were talking about the promotions. And before we get into the reasoning why, let's actually give them a little bit of the shine of all the people that have been promoted. We got Sanjay Dutt. He's become the VP of Productions and Creative Coordination.
Which is understandable because he's been doing a lot with Impact Wrestling.
Yeah.
Things.
And I think that there's going to be some more big things for him in Ring of Honor. Once that gets its own little thing, I think that he's going to be like the big dog over there because I've seen the work that he's been doing as of late has been amazing. QT Marshall has become the VP of Show and Creative Coordination.
Basically, he's going to be going and helping get storylines to Tony.
Mm-hmm. Flesh a lot of those stories out to making it make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Pat Burke Is VP of Talent and Development.
Same thing.
Yeah, I think that. Well, sorry, I didn't say talent and development. He's VP of Talent Development, so he's going to be a lot of the recruiting, and he's probably going to be heading over dark a little more. Tony Schiavone is the senior producer and special advisor to Tony Khan.
Makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. I believe that, especially now with everything that's been happening with Jim Ross and him taking a little bit of time away and just being on for an hour instead of 2, I think that Tony is going to be taking that part as, hey, you know what? I won't even bring this to Tony. Hey, this is what we're going to do. I'll tell Tony this is what's going on, but this is what's going on. Go ahead, get out there. I think that he's probably the second most trusted ear that Tony Khan has. Like, I believe that Jim is I would trust anything Jim says, but I would also trust anything Tony says because he's just been around for so long. Right?
And a lot of people within the business just like Tony. So
yeah. And he really got, and I really want to say this, I do want to give him a round of applause. I know I haven't done this in a while, but I do want to give Tony Schiavone a round of applause because he is a big part of the reason why Britt Baker is where she is right now. Yeah. Like, if he didn't do the interviews and her joking and him taking the punches and then being the supportive person, like when her leg was broken and him being there to actually support, like all of that extra stuff that he does to get people over has been amazing. So I do want to give him a round of applause for that. Madison Rain is a coach. Yeah. She'll be here tonight.
She is supposedly wrestling Layla Gray.
Yeah, so with her being a coach, I'm expecting big things. And Christopher Daniels is still talent manager of talent relations.
Yep.
They done gave Christopher Daniels a lot of help. That's what he's been in charge of over 100 people, 2 different brands, and trying to make all that shit work. Now they gave him a lot of help. I see writers coming in very soon. I don't want to say like, they're going to have like a full writing staff, but I think that they'll grab a couple of writers just because, like I said, I think 2 weeks ago, it's either 2 weeks ago or last week, Tony Khan is taking over 2 brands. He's being stretched pretty thin. He needs a lot of help. He needs a little bit of organization, some unification, and something consistent, because a lot of this is probably going to help the timing issue that he has. Like we've been talking about timing for like the last 3 podcasts, right?
Yep.
And that has been the big thing with Tony Khan. Like, his triggers has been pulled a little bit too late. I can never say that one is too soon, but as soon as I said that, I thought about the whole Jungle Boy thing, and maybe that was that was still late. It just doesn't have any answer.
It was just, they've always just had seeds, and it had to be with them losing the tag titles.
Mm-hmm. But I think that this helps the timing issues. And if this happened before Dynamite, because I only heard about the promotions after Dynamite, but if this happened before Dynamite, I think that one of the big decisions of Undisputed Elite breaking up was a very big deal. And I think that one has probably, somebody will probably say it's too soon, but I think that
they've been injured for too long. Like,
yeah, there's too many people.
So it kind of was quick for them to pull the trigger. There were no like seeds kind of set.
Yeah. I mean, there were seeds set, but it was along the story of Jay White. If Jay White has been around the way that he has been around, what's going to happen with Kenny Omega when he comes back? That was supposed to be the original story. Like we assume that was the original story, right?
Yep.
All right. So that has already been a seed sown that there's a potential breakup. It was kind of thrown off with Jay White saying to Adam Cole that, hey, I'm not giving you the title shot either. And it turned into what it turned into. But we seen this happening sooner or later. And I'm glad that it happened on the sooner, because even if Kenny Omega can't come back, even if Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly can't come back, that has already been put in place that when we address it, it is going to be addressed instead of it having to play out.
Stop waiting on fucking Kenny Omega for these goddamn trios titles.
It's coming. We already got the belts. It's already coming. And if he got some setbacks, cool. Let it be that. I do not want Hangman to be with them right now.
Why not? I mean, I would rather them be with them and then they just lose.
I understand that. But I think that there has to be, with Kenny, there has to be a reconciliation progress.
Right, because when Kenny Omega and them were wrestling for the title, the Young Bucks could have stopped Hangman, but they gave them the nod to go and hit him. So,
yeah, that is true. But I think that...
wait, hold on. To bring back the women's tag titles.
Hey, there we go.
Tournament starts on Monday.
So, yeah, that I will find out 5 minutes from now when it comes across my screen. But, yeah, and let's go Kofi for winning. Like, that's where I'm at right now. Kofi just won. Yeah, I'm so far behind. But, yeah, I think that there has to, when I say a reconciliation, there got to be something where, it's Kenny, it's Matt, Nick, and it's Hangman. But there's also what's going on with the Dark Order. What's going on with...
Who cares about the Dark Order?
There's a lot of people that care about them.
They're irrelevant. Like, they have 5 people in the group, so... They're irrelevant when it comes to the trios title, really.
They're not. And the reason why I say that they're not is because are y'all putting this... If Hangman... You said it at the beginning. Said it at the beginning of this. We thought it was going to be the Dark Order. So even with you who don't care about the Dark Order, still expected that to actually be. And with this happening, it just disrupts a lot. And so it does.
That the Dark Order and the Young Bucks are going to face each other for a little bit. Or is that, we don't know which side he's going to choose. Is he going to choose Dark Order, who's been his friend for a minute? Or is he going to go with the Young Bucks, who he's been the elite?
Yeah. I mean, and that story can play out. But that story can play out to the point of he chooses the Dark Order.
I mean, he only has like a month.
Yeah. But I think that when it comes to Kenny is going to be a wrench in the whole system. And I don't want him to be around, and it gotta be that. There got to be some addressing of situations, and I don't want to say the easy thing would just have him, now that this happened, that, he can just join right back. That's just easy. I don't think that AEW has been about easy. They have been roundabout with everything. So, and Roman is here today. I know I'm so far behind.
I'm just tired now.
Yeah. But I'm glad to see Roman. And you know what? I do want to say this. The fact that the undisputed titles are on those 3 the tag, and the championship. It's really fucking amazing. I do want to say that. I also
want to make the bloodline even better. When Nia Jax was still there, they should have tagged her with Tamina and put the tag team titles on them. So they would have mostly all the titles. But we know that Vince McMahon isn't the greatest booker in the world, like everybody claims he is.
Yeah, but I just do want to say that, yeah, and they cheated. They did cheat Brock. I'm looking at it again. They cheated Brock. Because if he can just keep climbing on shit while Brock is now for the 10 count, the ref could have counted Brock out when he passed out. And he was still holding on to him. I do want to say that. That's another thing that I do want to say. That Brock got cheated. Them niggas, they was counting to 10 and they were still throwing stuff on him. But when Brock was passed out.
The whole match, right before, he kept getting up like towards like 9-10. It's like, yo, no. Fuck that. Just keep going.
But Brock was out for a full 30 seconds. When he was put him in the little sleeper hole, had him passed out for 30 seconds. They waited until Roman let him go to start counting to 10.
That's how it always is.
Yeah, and that's bullshit. Because if you can throw stuff on me, I can keep you passed out. Because you're still doing things.
Because it's just a stupid move they should take out of wrestling.
Yeah. I would have had the ref say, hey, listen, I understand that you want to keep throwing on stuff to make sure that he's down. But as long as you keep adding on shit, that is you doing another move. That is the same as you not letting go after he passes out. I need you to stop so I can count properly.
Well, I mean, yeah, in a common sense world. But if common sense was so common, they would just call it sense.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I had to say that. But yeah, back on the timing, because that's where we were. And this is the very last thing. I don't think that Undisputed Elite was too soon. I think that there has been a lot of things that AEW that has been hesitating on pulling the trigger. I think that this change, these promotions might be able to help to where Tony doesn't have to be so involved to where there are some decisions that can be made without him. And I doubt that starting out. I mean, he's young. I think he's younger than me. So I think that he still wants to try to micromanage, but with two different brands, with football season starting, all of that he's in control of. I think that
control over the Jags. That's his dad.
No, it's him.
Yeah, it's his dad.
No. It is literally him. It is take it from a former employee of Flexingate. It is literally him. He is the one that is in charge of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Word for it.
Soccer, hotel, there's a lot of things that Shaheed is in charge of, and I hope I'm saying it right because I didn't get a chance to ask him last time, and I just had to say that to just name drop because I just want to drop that. Yeah, I spoke with his.
At least one name drop.
Yeah, I know. You got all of this wrestling experience and you could just, man, me and Adam Cole had a beer. And I'm like, all right, cool. I had a conversation. I had a couple of conversations with a billionaire. I just want to do that. So, yeah. But, and I got a seat. I'm going to shut up. Because I don't want to ruin anything. But, yeah. Tony, with everything that he has going on, I think that all of this helps him because I think that he can literally say to these guys, because I'm looking at the names, these guys, he can literally say, this is what I want. And they can make it happen where he doesn't even have to do anything. He said, hey, I want a new big name. I want a new this. I want a new that, but I want MJF here, or I want CM Punk here, and I want Jon Moxley here. They can get it all done. So So with that, I think that the timing issue is not going to be a big thing anymore. But it has been seriously hurting the experience of AEW with things that should have happened a while ago. People think that because Eddie Kingston is beefing with Sammy Guevara right now, that that Chris Jericho versus Eddie is done. I doubt that.
Because he's still a part of the Jackass Society, so of course he's not done with Chris Jericho.
Can we please put some respect on fucking Jericho Appreciation Society?
No.
Oh, that's what Anna JAS. That has been amazing.
No, it hasn't. It's been
yes, it has.
She's annoying. Like,
she's annoying.
Is trash. Like, listening to her talk is just,
See, you're just being a hater right now. You're being a hater right now. She just choked out a staff member.
Her cadence is horrible.
You said her cadence is horrible?
Yeah.
Okay, listen. She might sound like she looks
like a basic chick.
She is definitely not basic.
I love Anna Jay to an extent, but just her promo game is just there's no inflection. It's just like all kind of high pitched, and there's no.
Yeah, and I think that
yelling at somebody like, "Yo, why are you yelling?"
And I think that right now.
Sorry.
Like when she was doing...
I got to acknowledge Roman Reigns.
Yes. I'm not there yet, but I'm still acknowledging right now. I got 5 more minutes of this. So when I put this down, that's when you know that it's done. All right? All right.
I mean, he pretty much comes to the ring. They do a commercial break, and then they do more of him holding up the title.
Pomp and circumstance for Roman Reigns is amazing. But like I said, when he finally gets to it, this is when I'll put it down. Oh, God. All right? But no, Anna Jay, when she was with Dark Order, it has been John Silver that has been doing the major promotions for her. I think that this one now, I think that she's been loud with reason. Like, this is what she wants to do. You done got 2.0 being, for lack of a better word, Guido's getting this shit over, right? But now Anna Jay is trying to figure herself out. And right now she is high strung. I'm sorry, I might have to raise it a little higher.
Oh, no. My head's about to hit the table. I'm so sorry.
And it's done. All right, no. You see how long that took, right? But Anna Jay's promotions have been, she's high strung because she's being the girl that is trying to prove herself. And so she's choking everybody out. And so that has been probably the highlight of her changing, because it's her and Tay Conti. And Tay Conti has still been not great as far as promo goes.
One up by herself since she's joined the Jackass Society. Or no, since she's even started dating Sammy Guevara.
The Jericho Appreciation Society.
The Leech Society.
Who's leeching? If anything, they're leeching on him because he's still the star.
Bro, he's leeching off of all the new guys.
The only person that is close to him is Daniel Garcia. The only person that is close to him is Daniel Garcia. You will respect the wizard. You will respect.
He's basically just peeing and being a succubus and sucking up all of their talent and just putting them in a little shark cage.
You know what? I just realized something. I just really realized something. I did not know that you were a habitual liar. I did not realize that. My brother is an habitual liar. He is lying. When it comes to when it comes to Chris Jericho, he is an habitual liar. This is ridiculous. Oh, Drew McIntyre.
No, like there's something else going on.
Okay, yeah, I'm not there yet. Tell me so I know what to expect.
Oh!
All right, don't tell me. Let me just get to it. Don't say shit. Don't say shit. Do not say nothing because we're in the last 3 minutes. Shut up. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
The Triple H era.
Shut it up.
The Triple
Shut it up.
Era.
No, shut it. I don't want to hear it.
Triple H era.
Shut up. I'm sorry, people. I got to see this. This looks crazy. They went to grayscale. Who is this? Don't say shit.
I'm woken up now.
Wait. God damn. He's bashing his head in. Okay, I have no idea who that is. That must be an NXT nigga.
He used to be. Then he got called up. Then he got released. And now he's back. That's Killer Cross.
Oh, that's Killer Cross. Okay.
Yeah.
Karrion Kross, right?
He was Karrion Kross, but now they're calling him Killer Cross. Yo.
He looks completely different from the last time that I seen him.
Because he has hair.
That makes sense. Thank you.
Woo. Now it's time. What is it on? TBS or TNT?
It's on TNT.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
All right.
Well, do we have anything else that we need to talk about?
No, we don't have anything else. So, if nobody told you today that they love you, I love you. Fuck what everybody else say. I am the only person that matters.
I don't believe in love. Love is a fictitious thing that's gotten people killed. Who needs love when all you need is a shallow 30 minutes?
Okay, first of all, love is not fictitious. The people understand of the love is retarded.
Love is a disease. Thank you very much.
Love is definitely not a disease.
How is love not a disease?
What do you mean how love is not a disease?
It makes people sick.
No, it doesn't. That's the understanding of what people think is. No, see, y'all have been brainwashed by Hollywood that either love got to be in a triangle, love got to hurt, love got to be all of this stupid stuff. No, love is.
I'm not trapped in the Matrix like you.
No,
okay. I'm not in the Matrix. I've opened my mind. I don't take the blue or red pill. I took the green one.
It sounds like you do from how you was describing love as an affection. And love is something that comes from within that is not supposed to be affected by anybody else other than you. I love you because I love you, not because you made me love you. No, that is stupid. Love comes from within. You got to have love in order to give it.
Emotion, and an emotion is something that can be destroyed.
No, it can't. That's the thing.
Happiness can be destroyed. So can love.
You said what can be destroyed?
Happiness.
Happiness can't be destroyed either.
Yes, it can.
No, it can't.
Every time I have.
Okay, listen. I would say it like this. I would say it like this.
It's destroyed.
The only way happiness can be destroyed is if your happiness comes from somebody else besides you.
No.
Yes, because if you have happiness and you share your happiness with others.
No. Why would I do that? So they can be a succubus and suck my joy away with their stupidity? No.
They can't suck your joy away if you're willingly giving it. Nothing can be stolen if you willingly give it.
People don't reciprocate. So I am not.
You don't do it to reciprocate. That's where you're wrong at.
No, because why would I give somebody all my love and then they're just treating me like shit?
No. See, and that's the thing. You're giving somebody all your love. And if somebody treats you like shit, they don't want to receive your love. And you're supposed to do what, how can I say it? Because I don't want to be super religious. No, I'm fucking bring it to the Bible. The Bible says that, hey, if I come to you when I bring you this and somebody doesn't want to receive it, all you're supposed to do is step away and dust your feet at the door as you leave. Meaning that I share my happiness because I share my happiness. If you don't want to share in my happiness, I ain't got to be here.
And that's what I'm not here for a lot of people. To bring me joy, and I don't want to give any joy.
Which is why when Jesus saved all of these billions of people, he only shared happiness with 12 of them. And only one turned on him, but that was expected anyway. And that wasn't a determining factor.
There's more than just 12. There was Mary Magdalene. There was a couple other people.
No, it was around. That don't mean it was sharing it. It was around.
Mary Magdalene has her own book.
Okay.
The white people don't want people to know about it.
Just because they got it, just because she got her own book don't mean nothing. You could be an observer and write. Yeah, I could write about Barack Obama. I could write about Barack Obama right now.
To be observers?
Huh? Say that again.
Isn't the whole Bible just observers watching?
I guess that if you want to look at it like that, some people got it in the way of, hey, I'm just observing. Some people are saying, hey,
way off topic.
Yeah, I know, right? But I had to get into the happiness. Happiness is not supposed to be given. Nobody is supposed to be fulfilling you with happiness, because if somebody can fulfill you with happiness, that means that they can take happiness away from you. Happiness is supposed to be something that you are receiving from within yourself and you share with others. And if you realize that somebody that you're sharing with is not willing to receive it, you don't have to be there, but they don't take away your happiness.
Yeah, but I don't like to live in happiness because happiness just lets me down.
That's an expectation. You want somebody to do stuff for you and show you that they love and appreciate you. That's expectations.
That's it.
You said what?
I just want a woman to rub my head. That's it.
Okay, so here's what you do. And I'm gonna give you this little bit of free game. If nobody wants to just willingly rub your head, that's not a person that you're supposed to deal with. So if you come across somebody, and I'm just going to use this person as an example. I'm sorry, but you are a name that popped into my head. If you are Casey and you see,
I love Casey.
No, and I'm just mean as a friend. If Casey comes around and as soon as she sees you, she rubs your head, that is a person that you are supposed to be sharing your happiness with, because that is the one thing that you
Chris
want.
Statlander me.
Huh?
She's going to Chris Statlander me.
I mean, if that's what you like, then that's cool because y'all sharing in each other's happiness. Right. But if somebody that you see comes and they say, CT, and then they just start massaging your head, that is a person that is fulfilling the happiness that you already have within inside you. You love your bald head. You want your bald head to be rubbed. And so when somebody is doing that willingly, that is a person that is sharing in the happiness because they're happy to rub heads.
I slightly get why Jim Cornette doesn't like watching Moxley wrestle.
I understand it too, but I'm not even going to get into that. Let us leave because now I got to pee. All right. So if nobody told you that they love you, I love you. If nobody told you that you're awesome, you are fucking awesome. You're listening to this show. You are one of the very few people that are very fucking awesome. And if you are going through anything, please contact. I mean, you can talk to us. That's if you feel like
they had the new 998 number for all you suicidal people.
Yeah, they got that too. So, but guess what? We know that it's temporary. We know that you can overcome it. We are rooting for you and all those good things.
Swerve in Our Glory is having a tag team match tonight for the tag titles. So
There we go.
We got to get to watch the Rampage.
Yes, we got to get into it.
Cargill is still the #1 champion in AEW.
All right, let's wrap this up. I'm trying to wrap this up because I got to pee. All right. Yeah. So, and all that, we're rooting for you, we're cheering for you. And we want you to continue to do what it is that you love doing. And that is watching, being a part of, participating in anything, any form of wrestling. And until next time, peace. Love y'all.
Oh, I got to pee too.